Hello, this is Nemesis with another video review. This is Transformers Titans Return Octone with Murk, or well, as we all know him, Octane. And yes, as you can see, this is definitely a tanker trailer truck. But of course, we're going to take a look at some other stuff like the box he came in, which, yes, this is the box. You can see, there's artwork with Octone on it and ages, ages 8+, Transformers, the logo is showing as a triple changer. On the side, you see there's more of the artwork. Side just black Decepticon logo on the bottom. Bunch of just distribution, barcodes, copyrights, all that stuff, and Transformers, authentic Transformers logo. And then on the back, you see the renders of the figure through all three of his modes. And then up here, you see his bio and more toys you can buy in the play pattern, all that stuff, and warning and all that stuff. So, yep, that's the box. Real quick. And of course, in the box along with the figure are his instructions, which are the typical Titans Return stuff, and his bio card, tech spec card. I'm going to keep doing that forever and ever. And it's, again, nice artwork and the tech specs on the back. So yes, that is the two of them. And here is, of course, the tanker truck. I reviewed the Optimus Prime version of the mold. They're specifically the Laser Prime version of the mold because, the Velocitron box set. So yeah, this is, of course, the mold was intended for, the figure or character is intended for. Of course, you have this, and as you can see, his weapons can store on the side, although it looks a little silly, so we're just going to pull those off. There they are. And in here, you can see the cockpit. It's translucent purple. Get that out. There's the Titan Master, Murk, who, unfortunately, it's just two colors, a purple head and a gray body. No paint to speak of. Unfortunately. So yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but I guess there's two colors, so that helps a little bit. But beyond that, Murk here can, just like every other Time Master, sit in this little gunplay thing. You can peg that on somewhere, or attach the big rifle, and you got that. Pretty simple. We're going to put those off to the side. Close that up. Yeah, you can see the tanker trailer. It's mostly off-white with a dark, I guess, gray, almost blackish nose with some purple highlights here and there. These stripes on the side are metallic stickers. Unfortunately, they're still doing that, and it's annoying, but they don't seem to be stopping. But yeah, it's a nice tanker trailer. The wheels aren't painted or anything. This is all white. This is, the little ladder and stuff. And it rolls pretty well. Nothing gets caught. But yeah, that's a nice little tractor trailer, or tanker trailer. Tanker truck. That's what it is. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but of course he is a triple changer because, well, it is Octane after all. So we're going to put this in here, but this time we're going to put him in this way because, yes, he can fit in both ways, and for good reason, because he needs to face that way for his other vehicle mode, which is a jet. So to get to the jet, first thing you want to do is, if you haven't pulled the guns off, do so already. And these center panels, untab them from the center for a bit. And you're going to have to split this lower back half and raise these wings out of the way. From there, what you want to do, take these wheel sections, and fold them around this way. Make sure to actually do that, and so you don't look silly on camera. Then you take these pieces out here, fold them out on both sides, as such. Rotate them around, make sure they're lined up properly, and such. And you can close those back up. Close that back up. You can also close the center section here back up as well. Now take these wings. Actually, before we take anything with the wings, take this front cab section, both sides, fold it back over, and there's a tab here, which goes in that slot right there. Do that on both sides. that. Take this back wing section, take it, and you want to slide it in. It's very stiff, but it will slide in. Slide that in like that so it lines up. Fold this piece up like that, and fold these wings down, and then take these, the big wings. What you want to do is take these, split them apart, and right here, you take this, you gotta fold it back. Actually, no, that's not right. You gotta take this part, fold it around, and then spin that so it's facing this way. Then you can take it, and there's a little slot here. You can go on this tab, and that's where that goes. And then do the same on this side. Spin it around, slide it like that, and tab it in that slot, and you have the jet mode. It's actually a very nice jet mode. It's, well, not very nice, I should say. It's still goofy just because you got the truck halves sticking back here. But oddly enough, I complained about the jet on the Laser Prime. This pulls it off better. And I think it comes down to two things. One, I guess on this, because you don't have the big Optimus Prime stickers on the side. And two, this nose cone is molded differently, so it's a bit wider and stuff. It looks more like a traditional airplane, you know, commercial airplane or commercial jet. So it looks like, so it kind of blends in a little bit better with these this tanker thing. It's not, doesn't sit flush, but you know, it's closer. And these wings are longer. These wings, each of these wings are wider than the ones on the Optimus Prime version. So those two things help a lot with this jet mode, in my opinion. And you can see also these wings have the stickers. Again, it's Decepticon logos, metallic stickers, purple and blue and gold. Again, these are actually applied pretty well, so you know, no, it's still annoying that they're doing metallic stickers, but it's not as bad as some other figures have had it. But again, yeah, you still got the cab just hanging out, two halves of a cab hanging out of the back, but it kind of pulls off the jet mode far better than the Optimus did. So it's still not great, but it's a lot better, and so it's yeah, it comes across as a lot better than the Optimus one did. So there's that. It's better overall. It can still roll like this if you wanted to. But it's better overall looking than the Optimus version, in my opinion. So this is actually, this right there gives it a lot of points compared to the Optimus. So now we got to take it and put it in robot mode. Yes, Octane has goes robot mode. So first things first, we're going to take that Titan Master, remove him, put him off the side, and close that back up. I want to take these wings and untab them and mold them back. You're also going to want to rotate them back on their little, those little swivels. And then fold those up like that, so they're going to be sitting like that. Be sitting like that, but for now we'll just kind of keep them out of the way up here. You want to take these... you want to take these center pieces and move them out of the way. Do so, you might also have to move the cab parts of the cab parts. You want to keep those tabbed in up here. You want to keep them tabbed in up here, but you want to move the arms out of the way. So you get these center pieces folded down. Then you can split the legs again. Oh, that reminds me, one thing here. And mind you, see, this is white paint on gray plastic for whatever reason. On mine, I had to shave down the tab a tiny bit to get it to fit. Otherwise, it just kind of popped right back out. I'm not sure how common that is, but just letting you know, I had to do that. So I take the nose cone and fold it back into the leg. Still fold it back in the leg, and then come over here. Fold these around, and at the 90-degree mark, take the toes and fold them out. Same on this side, toes. Fold them out. Down, click into place. Then take the hips. There's a little slider. These are really tight on this one. Fold them. Make sure to get them all the way forward. There might be 2 clicks for some reason. And take this piece off camera. Take this piece and fold it forward. There's a little cutout for the wheel, so make sure to line that up properly. Such. Take this part right here, pop it out, and until it clicks into place. We'll just leave it there for now. Then you take this part. You want to move that up on its joint, spin it around, then do that all the way up on the shoulder. Same on this side. Take this upper part of the cab, fold it up, spin it around, and then tab it into place on the shoulder. May not tab all the way in. Then take the arms, they should already be, you know, apart. spin it, rotate them. Then take the hands and unfold them. You can just possibly do this by pushing it on the grill a bit. It'll actually come out. There we go. Man, that one's stiff. This one's not so stiff. Do all that. And then take the wings, fold them up. Again, there's a small slot here on the wing that goes in this tab right here. Do that. Then you take this section, take that, you split the tail fin in half, and you just fold it against the back like that. Plant them down. Take the Titan Master head, take that, fold them in half like usual, and pop them in. And you're supposed to press this button as well. And you got Octane in his robot mode, or Octone in his robot mode. I'm just going to keep calling him Octane, although that thing came off. But yeah, there's Octone in his robot mode, Octane. But of course, I like these down like so because it looks better with them down. So I keep them down. But yeah, there's his robot mode. That was actually a pretty nice transformation. It's like the last one. So it's, as long as you're not an idiot or, running on fumes, you can transform it and do it right, properly. And yes, this makes it this figure makes it pretty clear this mold was intended for Octane. This makes it very clear. I mean, there's a lot to like about it. I mean, I like the purples and whites and grays coming together like this. It looks really nice overall. The wings, because they're wider, they don't fold back or anything. They're wider. They look nice in here. These are technically optional, but they kind of get in the way. These shoulder pads here are technically optional, but they kind of get in the way if you don't fold them out like this. But yeah, he looks great, and he compacts pretty well. The wings are supposed to be out, so we can forgive that for kibble. But everything else pretty much compacts pretty nicely against him for the backpack kibble and whatnot. And he just overall looks really good. The only problem is he shares with Optimus is his heels are weird as heck sometimes. So sometimes he wants to lean backwards if you don't have it positioned exactly right, like that. He just wants to go fall backwards. Yeah, these heels don't always line up properly, unfortunately, with the toes, and it's just kind of weird. But as long as you got it lined up properly, it will work. He also, once again, Decepticon's logo, but this one, unfortunately, is slightly crooked sticker, because, I don't know. But, of course, he can hold his weapons. You got two of them. You can hold them both. Nice rifle instead of a sword this time, because, that's what Octane's supposed to have. Yeah, you can hold them. They hold just fine. Detail stuff again. On the stomach there, got two yellow lines going up. See his head there. It's not, nice purple helmety thing, silver paint on the face, red eyes. Looks really nice. Like the inset, lighter gray around with the darker gray around it, the purple shoulders. Again, darker purple spots picked out there on the chest. And then just kind of white and slight shades of purple everywhere else. Again, just a really nice looking figure. I really like this one. I already liked the Laser Prime I had with the Velocitron set, but this is just kind of overall much better. That was the one I was gonna, So it's actually a great mold. This is just the better version of the mold, I think. So it's kind of reverse of that Misfire and Trigger Happy I reviewed a little bit ago. But of course, posability. His head is on the Titan Master ball joint, so it can look left and right. It can get a little bit of waggle, but not a whole lot thanks to sculpting. But left and right is good. Shoulders can move forward and back. Unfortunately, thanks to the wings, they can only go back so far. But it's easy to fix by just kind of moving the wings out of the way. And then, even then though, you're gonna have to move stuff. You have to rotate the shoulder pad and everything. But then you can lift his arm up, but it's kind of a little frustrating that this molding gets in the way of the posability. But you can move it forward and back a bit. Also, the shoulder can go out a little more than 90 degrees. That's good. He's got a bicep swivel. Nice, it's not super loose, but it's also not super tight. It's good. Elbows can fold up about 90 degrees. Actually, I think slightly less than 90 degrees. Yeah, a little less than. Wrists don't really rotate or anything, but they can move inward if you need that. Cool. No waist because of how he transforms, so because of the way the hips have to slide and everything has to be here, there's no waist whatsoever. Hips, though, can move forward. Pretty far, actually. Move back. Be far because, well, this stuff's in the way, but you know, that's a lot of range right there. Hips can also go way out for the beyond the Van Damme splits. Thighs. Again, just a mushroom peg, so they swivel. Knees, about 90 degrees. They can actually move forward slightly beyond 90 as well. And you got a toe joint. Just a tiny one. Little toe joint. There's not a whole lot you can do with that, but there's some stuff. So you can get some pretty nice poses. As long as you're, you know, careful of balance. So, yeah, that's Octane, or Octone as he's officially called, and little Murk there. He's actually the better version of the mold. I mean, there's the Optimus, Optimus Prime, Laser Prime, and now Octone. This is the better one. Just because of the wings. The wings in this and the plain mode really help. The nose cone, the remolded nose cone helps a lot for the jet mode, although it's still not perfect. The tanker mode is pretty much exactly the same. This is just a better version, I think, overall than the Optimus. The Optimus is a fine one, no problem, but this is what was clearly intended for, and so this is a far better version of the mold than I was expecting. He's great. I like this one a lot. The purples really pop against the white, you know, the off-white, I should say. It's not quite white, but it's pretty white. Plus the gray, the darker grays and the lighter grays, all mixed together and just really, the color scheme is really good, and just a little tiny bit of yellow right there. Just a little tiny bit hint of yellow here and there in the various modes. It just kind of, a lot of this thing just kind of works. He just works really well. That looks good. He's got a nice rifle in a nice face sculpt, and he's just a good figure, I think. He's just the best version of this mold and one of the better Voyagers, in my opinion. So yeah, that's that for this figure, I guess. I say he's worth it. He's definitely worth picking up. Even if you already have one of the primes, definitely go ahead and get this one. I think he is the better version. If you don't have this mold at all yet, definitely get this one. This is the one to get for sure. It's Octane. I mean, yeah, a bunch of us already have 1,000 primes. Why not get another Octane? We haven't seen him in a while, right? So yeah, this is a good mold. I recommend getting him for the $25. He's starting to show up, I think, in stores here and there. He's definitely started shipping from the online retailers, so he's been pretty easy to get. Definitely worth it, in my opinion. So yeah, that's that. I hope you enjoyed, or I hope this review was informative for you, and I'll see you next time.